Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim, and today we are going to be talking about my May TBR. So I didn't want to do anything like in the past. I did like my dogs picked my books. I used TBR cards. I want to do all that again. Last month we did a TBR revolving around my birthday, but I think I decided for the month of May, I just want to finish some series that I've started or continue some series that I've started. Lately, I have felt like I've literally been just drowning in my TBR, and I think we all feel like that, and I think we kind of always feel like that because it's never ending, right? There's constantly books being added. There's not enough time in the day to read them all. But I think that maybe I'll feel a little bit better if I can like check some series off my list, I guess, or at least get some up, like at least the amount. I think that like everything I picked will pretty much finish the series, or it will finish the books that are currently out, I guess is a better way to think. Just yeah, either it's finishing a series completely or it's getting me wrapped up with what is out currently. But yeah, I thought like maybe that would make me feel like a little more in control of my TBR, I guess. I don't know, probably not, but it's worth a shot, right? So yeah. So also, something I'm doing this month and something I'm going to continue to do is I need to be a little bit less enthusiastic about the amount of books that I put on my TBR. So the last 2 months in a row, March and April, I put 10 books on my TBR. In March, I was able to get 10 books read. It wasn't like the 10 books that I said I was going to read. It was like 8 books I said I was going to read and then 2 others. And today's April 30th, so the last day of the month. I'm currently in the middle of a book that I will not finish. So in the month of April, I did not finish all 10. I got 9 done. So still good, but I am definitely putting too much pressure on myself to finish that many books. And the one thing I said when I started doing content creation for like books and reading and stuff was I didn't want it to make reading I didn't ever want it to make reading stressful for me, and take away the joy that I get from reading. And I'm not saying it has, but definitely giving myself those large TBRs has added a little bit of like stress to my reading, and I'm looking at books more in like how long it will take me to finish them instead of like just enjoying them. So we are taking it down this month. And then obviously if I read more, great. And that will also let me have a little bit more freedom in my TBRs, because I was thinking about it the other day. I kind of miss, like, I used to be such a mood reader, and I definitely had books that like I wanted to read in a month, but a lot of times I was just like, oh, I see this random book on Instagram someone's recommending, or I see this random book on KU and I would read it. And I haven't really been able to do that this year yet because I've had these set TBRs. So if I make my TBRs smaller, should be able to get that back a little bit too. So, that was a wordy introduction. But so I picked 6 books. Okay. I know that still, it feels like a lot for some people. But I think 6 is way much more manageable for me. And probably will leave some leeway to get some other books read, because I think on average I can finish 8 to 10 books comfortably in a month, depending on how long they are, because I am literally always reading. But I also have to remind myself, now that I'm doing content creation, I have other things I need to do, like film and edit and all that stuff. So that does take some of my reading time as well. But I picked 6 books. And mainly because, like, yeah, these are series either I've just recently started or that are like the last books are coming out. So let's get into it. So obviously there's a lot of series actually I could have picked from because I am in the middle of quite a few. I contemplated on continuing Caraval, even though I didn't love the first one. I've heard that Legendary and what's the other one? Can't see it up there. Legendary is book 2. I've heard the books get better. So I did debate doing that one. I also debated on, you can't see them, they're literally right out of frame. I also debated on continuing the Belladonna series because I did read that book last year. Belladonna, I read the first book. So Foxglove would have been the second book. I debated on doing that one, but I was like, no, didn't make the cut. There was also The Veiled Kingdom, which the third book came out in March. I didn't really love the second book, so I wasn't in a hurry to finish it, but part of me is like, I already read the 2 books, like I may as well finish the third one, and it's on KU. I believe the other ones were on KU, so I'm assuming it's on KU. But I didn't pick any of those. There's other like romance series I'm in. There's too many, okay? There's always too many, and there's always a ton I'm in the middle of. But I decided on 6, like I said. The first being, I hate this one, I still need to take the rest of this Target sticker off, is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is the last book in the Chestnut Springs series, and I still have not read it. I read the first one, Flawless, in December, and then like I devoured the other 3, I think between like January and February. I think I had those done. Actually, no, I think in January I finished the other 3 books because I remember raving about Reckless, and I read Reckless when I read Onyx Storm. So yeah, I finished the rest in January, and then Hopeless just never fit on any of my TBRs. And I just never was able to like fit it in any other month. So I finally want to finish the Chestnut Springs series this month and read Hopeless. This is the stories about the last brother, Beau. All I know is I think it's a fake dating book. I think that's all I really know about it. I know we kind of got like a little glimpse, I think, into who he gets with in Reckless. I think. Anyways. So yes, finally finished my first Elsie Silver series, and then hopefully soon after I can start a new series. I'm not too sure which one. Probably the Wild Love series I will probably start, but I don't know. But okay, first one on the list. Also, last month I read Phantasma because it was my book club book, and I really did enjoy that. So, and the second book to that series, Enchantra, again, another Target sticker I need to take off. I need to just sit one day and go through all my books and take off all the stickers I don't want on them. But Enchantra just came out in April, so I may as well continue on with this. I've heard people like this one even better than Phantasma. I think this one, again, has like trials, which was probably one of my favorite things about Phantasma. So this is the story for the sister, and I can't think of her name at the moment, but yeah, I'm excited to start this one. I've heard really good things, and again, I can keep up on this series. I don't know if there's going to be more or not, but that way, if there's not, I'm done with it, and if there are, I'm up to date on it. So I'm excited to do that one. So the other one, the last one I have physically, which actually I just got it today, to be honest with you, and I'm not happy because it is damaged in the corner. But also last month I read Drive by Kate Stewart, so I want to continue. It's actually the last book I just finished, and I'm nervous, a little nervous to read this one. But yeah, I want to continue this. So I want to read Reverse by Kate Stewart. This is part of the Bittersweet Symphony duet. It's actually like 2 books and a novella. But again, I read Drive, the first book, in April. Really, really enjoyed it. Couldn't put it down, actually. I read it very quickly. So I'm very excited to read Reverse. It is a bit on the heftier side for a romance. I think around 600 and some odd pages. It's a little heftier for a romance, but it's Kate Stewart. I I don't know. I trust her. I trust her that it will be good. And hopefully just as good as Drive. Oh, I told you guys 6, but I actually have 7 on my list. So I lied. I might keep it to 6 though. And maybe I'll do a bonus, and if I get it, I don't know. See, I'm already getting on that. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, might be pushing it a little bit. But the other 2 for sure that I'm putting on this list are not out yet. They are both coming out in the month of May, and I'm excited about both of them. The first, which is coming out, I think like May, I don't know the exact dates. It's like May 12th or May, whatever that week is, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. It's coming out like mid-May. There you go. Is A Curse Carved in Bone, which is the second and final book in the Fate Inked in Blood series. I know the series has a different name. Like the series as a whole. And I can't think of it. I remember it was like a tongue twister for me in another video I did. I don't remember. But A Fate Inked in Blood, A Curse Carved in Bone is coming out this month, which is the second book after A Fate Inked in Blood. I remember loving A Fate Inked in Blood. I read it last year. I remember I also devoured that book. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. I am not going to have time to reread A Fate Inked in Blood. So I'm going to have to maybe try to find like a recap or something on YouTube I can watch. I think for the most part, I remember it. But there's obviously probably like little things that I've forgotten. But I am, but yeah, A Curse Carved in Bone, Danielle Jensen. I don't know if I said her name earlier. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this one goes. And like I said, it's nice because it's just a duology. I love duologies. So this one will be complete after I read this. So the last one that comes out in May is Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. And I know I've talked about this series before. This is the Mile High series. It's a sports romance series. It's my favorite sports romance series. I'm so freaking excited for this book to come out. It's going to be Rio's story. If you've read the series, that will mean something to you. But I can't tell you how excited I am for this book. I know I will be reading it the moment I can. Probably that means as soon as it will download on my Kindle. They're usually on KU, so I'm assuming this one will also be on KU, even though I have it pre-ordered like from 3 different places at this moment. I don't know. I'm gonna end up with too many of that copies of this book, but like you got a deal if you pre-ordered it from like an indie bookstore. You're gonna get special arts. I have that. There's also 2 versions coming out, one that will match the old covers because recently the series got picked up traditionally, so they are changing the covers. So tip, if you like this series and you like the old school covers, let me grab them. Okay, so if you are a fan of the Windy City series, or you want to read this series and you love these original covers, I love these covers, these Skyline covers, buy them now because they're not making these covers anymore. And you will want to pre-order Rewind It Back like this because they are doing one run. It was picked up traditionally published. The new publisher gets us, okay? They get us because they told her they will do one run with the Skyline cover. I watched a live from her. She said they measured the book to make sure it's the same exact size, so it will match all of these. And they're only doing one run of it, right? And then they're going to be doing the new covers. But anyways, tip. So if you have some of these, if you like this series and you want these covers, get them now. Go run to Amazon or Barnes. I think you can get these at Barnes & Noble too. I just don't know. So I don't know. Okay, so I ordered all mine. Well, the first 2 I ordered secondhand, and I don't even want to get into that story right now. But the rest of mine I did order from Amazon, and they have black first chapter pages, and all of these have this. So just FYI, I don't know if Barnes & Noble's version have them, because when Caught Up came out, I pre-ordered it from Barnes & Noble, and I got it, and it did not have the black header or page chapter pages. So I returned it and I ordered it from Amazon, and Amazon did. So I don't know. And I've never really seen anyone else talk about that, or even her. So I'm hoping that that publisher also did that. But that's also a tip. If that matters to you, order from Amazon. I know we don't really love to support Amazon. I would rather support Barnes & Noble, I guarantee you, but I wanted all mine to have the black chapter pages, and I don't know, I really like that. So another tip if you are wanting to buy that. But anyways, I got on a total tangent talking about this series. But yeah, Rewind and Pack comes out May 20th. I am so freaking excited. I am actually, this is like a bonus to my TBR because I am going to be doing them audio. I am going to do a reread of these before that comes out, but I am going to do audio. I'm not a person that doesn't think audiobooks isn't reading, but I probably won't count that to my, technically my total. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I am going to do audio so I can reread them because I do not have time to physically reread them. And I can listen to audiobooks while I do my day job, and then I can read another book during the evening. So I should be able to get through these 4 before May 20th, before Rewind It Back comes out. So I am also going to be kind of doing that as a side part of my TBR, but that's not necessarily part of the new books I've not read. Those are rereads. So that's 5. I said 6 originally, and then I recounted, and I do have 7. The other 2 on here are, and I do really want to read this one, Woven by Gold by Elizabeth Helen, which is the second book in the Bonded by Thorns series. I started this series also last month for my birthday month. It is a YA Choose dark retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I read the first one and it was okay. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great, but I did like it enough to continue the series. I've also seen that the ratings go up for, like, the other books in the series are higher rated than the first one. So I'm giving it like the ACOTAR treatment because I don't know about you, but I don't really love the first ACOTAR book. It's my least favorite, but I love the rest of the books and I feel like they got better and better. So I am going to still give that series a chance, because actually at the end I kind of felt like, oh, I do really want to continue and see what happens, even though I kind of feel like I already know what's going to happen, but it's okay. So I do want to continue that also this month, and I'll throw this one in here. I'm not going to put myself pressure myself, but this one would probably be a quick read. I also started the I don't really know if this series has like another name, but I started The New Guy. This is by Serena Bowen. I started this series last month as well because this was also on my April TBR. I think this currently has 3 books in this series. It's a sports romance series, hockey. The second book is called I'm Your Guy, and I do want to continue that series as well. So I'm going to throw that one on there. So I guess technically it's 7 books on there. But I'm going to leave that one towards the end. That might be like a little bit of a bonus if I feel like I can get it done, but I'm not going to stress about it. Because I don't know, none of these books are too terribly long. To be honest, I think Reverse by Kate Stewart, which is the romance, which is kind of funny, is probably the longest book. I think Woven by Gold might be a little bit longer, but I think it's doable to get all 7. But like I said, I'm not going to stress myself out. But again, this is just the month of continuing series, finishing series, getting them off my TBR. Obviously, like I said, I will be able to finish, if I finish Enchantra, I will be getting that series done, all the books that are currently out, if I so I can get that one done. Hopeless will be finishing a series. Rewind It Back will be finishing a series. Cursed Carved in Bone will be finishing a series. Reverse is technically finishing it. There is a novella, but it is very short, so I don't know, it won't really take me too long. I think it's like 90 pages. So I'll probably end up reading that this month too if I finish Reverse. So that will be finishing a series. The only 2 that aren't finishing a series are the I'm Your Guy, because I said I think there's one more book out, and the Woven by Gold, because I think Bonded by Thorns is a 5-book series, if I remember properly. So I will still have that to continue on with. Okay, so I think we were a little all over the place there. I think I got distracted by talking about the Mile High series. I think I got distracted by the fact that I thought there were 6 books on my list and there were actually 7. But yeah, to recap, the 7 books are Reversed by Kate Stewart, Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, Hopeless by Elsie Silver, A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen, Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford, Woven by Gold by Elizabeth Helen, and I'm Your Guy by Serena Bowen. Those are the 7. Like I said, I'm Your Guy is bonus. Asterisk, put a little asterisk by that one. I'm not going to stress out if I don't get it done. But I think I can. You guys, I need to be better. Maybe I should put a 5-book cap. 5-book cap? Is that too little? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this idea. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you plan to read in May. Are you excited about the 2 new releases like I am, A Curse Carved in Bone or Rewind It Back? Yeah, let me know what you are most excited to read in May. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would love it if you liked, commented, and subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.